Hi guys, Paul Pluta on the Paul Pluta channel. Today guys, I'm doing some paid reviews. And this is for Kay. Dear Archie, my name is Kay and I've sent you $20. Just out of interest guys, the new price for paid reviews is $50. But this is me honoring my commitment. I really like your video because you get to the ball to say, you have the balls to say things that are true, even though sometimes they can be harsh to hear. I'm a 22-year-old Chinese living in LA and graduating from college this year. I'm a big watch fan, but my current watch collection is very humble because I don't have a job yet and don't want to touch my funds from the stock market. I currently have an IWC Portofino chronograph with the ETA movement, given to me by my mother as my high school graduation gift, a Casio A159 as my daily beater, and a Patek 5035 given to me by my family that I only wear on very special occasions. I had a pretty good year on the stock market last year, and I am thinking to buy another wristwatch used that I can wear on a daily basis after graduating. Currently I am looking at a Rolex 14060M, no date, that's the pre-ceramic, a Rolex Daytona 116520 with the black dial, an Omega Speedmaster Trilogy, and a Patek Philippe 5167, that's the Aquanaut. However, I find Rolex second-hand is just too hot, and I don't think it will be a sensible choice to get into the market I don't think it'll be sensible to get into the market now. For the Speedy, I admire it hugely, but because this model looks exactly the same as the first generation Speedmaster, I'm not sure the 7000 is too high for an Omega. I think the Patek 5167, that's the Aquanaut, is just lovely, and I love the shape of the Aquanaut more than the Nautilus. But the price in the second-hand market is still a bit over my budget for a good example. I'm afraid it will be too showy to wear it when I have a job. I have a habit that I like buying things in the bottom of the depreciation curve. For instance, I bought a car, a 2006 Porsche 911 with 50,000 miles on the clock, and drove it for 1 year and sold it for 2,000 less. Later, I bought a 2007 Mercedes 500 SL 500 with 30,000 miles for 20,000 2 years ago. And I'm sure I won't lose too much if I have to sell it. You might think I'm very cheap of me to think this way when I purchase things, but I have to do it because I don't have enough money to play around with stuff. So do you have any other recommendations besides an Explorer 2 Rolex that you always recommend? Your advice would be greatly appreciated, and I would like to thank you in advance. Keep up the good work. All the best, Kay. Well, Kay, fuck me dead, I tell you what. This is why I don't do $20 reviews anymore. Young 20-year-olds driving fucking Porsches and SL Mercedes Benzes, and they flick you the absolute bottom of the donation curve. My new prices for reviews are $50 US, but I'm happy to do this review for you. So let's have a look at this here. I think you're 22 years old. Come on, sunshine! Life ain't that bad. Life ain't that bad. 22-year-old. Obviously a fair bit of family money there, that's okay. It's better than working for it. You've got an IWC Portofino chronograph, well that's good, it was given to you by your mum. You've got a Casio, absolute, just a beater as you said there, and you've got a 5035, the annual calendar that I actually had as well. But I had to work hard for mine. I had to work very fucking hard. Actually I had to finance mine. I didn't have the money or family, but that's okay. Look, I think to be honest with you here, you've got to understand this Rolex, this current wristwatch market we're in, it's supply and demand, my friend. Supply and demand. Rolex Steel Sports, they're hot as they come. Hot, hot, hot. Absolutely hot. You haven't really given me a budget. I don't know how much money you are wanting to spend there. You kind of say to me, you're thinking about a no-date sub, you're thinking about a Daytona, you're thinking about an Omega. You didn't really give me a budget. I don't know what sort of money we're playing with, but you sound like a real spoiled fucker. So let's assume you've got a big chunk of cash that us mere mortals... When I was 22, no one gave me a fucking SL Mercedes. That's for sure. Look, I gotta tell you, I think buying Rolex, even though it is at the high side, they are very, very usable. I would definitely say to you, if all you've got is a IWC Portofino chronograph, I would say get a fucking Rolex, man. Get a Rolex. Every man needs a Rolex. You've already got a Dream Patek. Well, you probably don't even think it's a Dream Patek. You probably think it's a old shitty Patek. But in my world, that is a fucking amazing Patek. If I were you, Rolex. Definitely go Rolex. I can't see anything wrong with that. I think the no-date sub is a great watch. The Daytonas, I mean, they're crazy money. They are a lot more. You haven't really given me a pricing guide there, but if I were you, okay, let's just assume you are a spoiled rich fuck who doesn't really have to do terribly much to get things. I would seriously say get yourself a Rolex no-date. I reckon the no-date pre-ceramic has got better investment potential. You seem to be concerned with what these fuckers are worth. And I would get an Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. I'd get myself a moon watch. That's what I would do. Because, let's face it, you've got the IWC. That's going to be very... It was a gift from your mum, so you probably don't want to sell it. And they are soft, IWC, the Portofino. It's not the Portuguese. I would have got a Portuguese, but it's still a lovely watch for free. No one fucking gave me a beautiful wristwatch when I graduated. I got a kick up the ass. That's the only thing I got, is a kick up the ass. I think the Aquanauts, they've gone crazy. The Aquanauts have gone ballistic. I think you've missed that boat. I think you have. The 5035, that's a dream watch. I really think get a Rolex. If it was me, I would get a couple of pieces. I would get a no-date sub. I reckon that's a great. I don't think it really matters, the no-date sub. You're saying an M. It doesn't really matter if it's a 14060 or an 14060M. I don't think that really matters. I would add, instead of getting a the Omega Speedmaster Trilogy, forget the Trilogy. Why would you buy new? You're a tight ass little fucker. You've already said to me down below you're a bit of a tight ass fucker. I would definitely get a used Speedmaster Man on the Moon. Get yourself a no-date 2-line sub, a Speedmaster Man on the fucking moon, and you add that, you've already got the IWC Portofino and you've also got the Patek. You've got 4 really good usable watches. That's what I would do. I think you've missed it. The Daytona market is crazy. It's getting a bit speculative. You seem to be a bit of a tight ass. You don't like to lose money. You seem to say that, hey, you like to buy things, you want the uncertainty. You keep going on about, harping on about, you want the investment potential. Well, I think the Daytona market, it could go up, but it could go bang. It could go bang as well. I would probably, you want bang per buck in value. I think the Daytona market's too late. You've missed that boat. I would definitely go pre-ceramic no-date sub. I'd go Explorer 2 42 mil. Not the 40, I'd go 42, because that's on a discount. You can get that as a very, very... See, the thing I don't understand is here. If you just say you just got the Daytona. Well, instead of getting the Daytona, you could get a 2-line no-date sub, pre-ceramic. You could get an Explorer 2 42 mil. And you could get an Omega Speedmaster Man on the fucking moon, all pre-owned. That's what I'd do. I'd add those 3 pieces. I don't know how much money Mummy is going to give you there, but let's just assume she gives you a fair chunk, because you haven't actually said you've got a job. You haven't actually said you've got a job. Oh, you're going to get a job when I have a job. Okay, so it's not your money really at all. So yeah, that's what I do. I get three. I'd get a no date 2-line pre-ceramic, 42mm Explorer 2. Buy that pre-owned, don't buy that new, and get an Amiga Speedmaster Man on the Moon. Those three would be a killer addition to what you've already got, and that would be, you're not looking at, that would be similar money to just buying a Daytona. And let's be honest, there's nothing worse than a young 22-year-old with a fucking Daytona on their wrist who's hasn't skimped and saved and had to sacrifice to get one. No, nothing could be worse than that. So yes, that is my advice. I think you've missed the Aquanaut and the Nautilus market. That horse has bolted, sunshine. That horse has fucking gone. So yeah, Kay, I don't know what to say there. Fuck me dead. You're a fortunate fucker. Let's just say that. Very fortunate. So there you go. That's my advice. Please guys, put a few nasty comments. We know how we feel about these guys who never worked a fucking day in their life and they got an SL and a fucking 911. We know how we feel. So please put a few really nasty comments there. I'm Paul Pluta. This is the Paul Pluta channel, paid reviews. Remember guys, $50 US is the new price, but I am honoring the old price. Obviously, I'm a bit angry about the 20 lousy dollars from a fucker who's got an SL, but hey, that's my own problems. I'm Paul Pluta. Like, subscribe, tell your fuckhead, cheap, nasty SL driving friends, and don't forget, a few nasty comments down below. Let's give Kay some value for money.
You know, the poor pontiff, he struggles to eat all those reef and beefs to meet the demand that is placed upon him. It's not easy being an international YouTube celebrity. He's given us everything he has to give, and he might have hit rock bottom. But hey, let's take a look at where he's going now and what he's going to do next.
Hi guys, ArchieLuxury Corporate, the latest YouTube ArchieLuxury sensation. Well guys, what's happened? Well, I'm starting a clean, fresh channel. That's right, this is ArchieLuxury Corporate. And in this channel here, I want to increase the professionalism. I want to increase the professionalism of the ArchieLuxury channel.
So, obviously, it's going to be a wild success. You can tell already everything is new, different, and changed. So, hey, meet me over at the ArchieLuxury Corporate channel. Archibald Chesterfield III Corporate, a man desperately in need of our assistance and support, now more than ever. Have you been sending money abroad for Save the Children to some child in a third world country? Or have you adopted a puppy and been making payments to keep that puppy in a shelter? Well, I think it's time that you thought about this puppy right here, the man, the legend, the myth. He needs your help. I would say cancel everything and get on his Patreon. Or at least join me over at ArchieLuxury Corporate. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments.